My friends showed up unannounced at my door with all their kids and said, "We're going on vacation. You're watching our kids. Don't call unless someone's dead." When I called them from the hospital, they hung up. My friends told me they're leaving for Miami for a week and I'm taking care of their kids. I barely had the door open before they pushed past me. One was holding her 2-year-old Lily, who immediately reached for me. Behind her came the twins, both 4, already crying. Then Mason, 6, who looked like he hadn't slept in days. "We leave in 2 hours," one of them said, dropping a diaper bag on my couch. I laughed. "You're joking." "Do I look like I'm joking? You literally have nothing going on. You're single, no kids. What else would you be doing? We already booked everything. It's non-refundable." I looked at these kids, exhausted, ignored, clinging to me like I was the only safe place they had. Fine, but what if something happens? They were already halfway out the door. Then figure it out. Don't call us unless someone is literally dying. We deserve this. We're actual mothers. You wouldn't understand. The door slammed before I could respond. Day 1, I called out of work for the first time in 2 years. I lied and said it was a family emergency. My boss was frustrated, but I had no choice. Within hours, Lily had a fever, not a small one, 101 and climbing. I texted the group chat. "Lily is burning up. What do I give her?" Read at 9:47, no response. I figured it out myself. Infant Tylenol, fluids, cool compress. I barely slept that night because she was crying every hour. Mason helped me with the twins, even though he's only 6. He kept asking if Lily was going to be okay. I didn't know what to tell him. By day 2, her fever hit 103. I was freaking out. I called them this time. No answer. I called again, declined. Finally, someone picked up. "What do you want?" "Lily's fever won't break. I think I need to take her to urgent care." "So take her. Why are you calling us?" "Because I'm not her parent. They're going to ask questions." "Then figure it out. We're at the beach. Don't ruin our vodka." They hung up. An hour later, I saw the Instagram post. All 3 of them in bikinis, cocktails in hand. Caption: "Mama needed this. Kid-free week." I was up all night with a sick toddler and they were posting beach selfies. By day 3, I was running on fumes. I hadn't showered. I'd barely eaten. The twins were acting out because they missed their mom. Not that she noticed. Mason kept asking when his mom was coming back and I kept lying, saying, "Soon." Then it happened. The twins were playing in the living room and one of them fell off the couch and hit her head on the corner of the coffee table. Blood everywhere. I grabbed all 4 kids, threw them in the car, and drove to the ER. I called the group chat from the waiting room. "One of the twins is hurt. I'm at the hospital. Someone needs to call me back. It's an emergency." Nothing. I called again and again. Finally, a text. "Stop blowing up our phones. You're ruining the trip. Don't make us block you." I was sitting in a hospital waiting room alone with 4 kids who weren't mine, and their mothers couldn't be bothered to pick up the phone. The nurse asked me where the parents were. I didn't have an answer. She asked for emergency contacts. I gave her the only number I had, one of the kids' grandmother. 20 minutes later, she called me back sobbing. "They left you alone with all 4 of them." For a week, I broke down. I told her everything. The fever, the ER, the ignored calls, the Instagram posts. She was silent for a long time. Then she said, "I'm on my way there." When she arrived at the hospital, she took one look at me, exhausted, shaking, barely holding it together, and pulled me into a hug. "This isn't fair. We're going to do something to end this," she said. A couple days later, they came back glowing, tanned, laughing, still wearing their resort bracelets. The laughter stopped when they saw the grandmother sitting in my living room with all 4 kids. "What is she doing here?" The grandmother stood up slowly. "You forcefully left these bobbies with your friend for a week. One of them ended up in the hospital. So what? It wasn't that serious." They looked at me like I had betrayed them. "You really called my mom? You made a big deal out of nothing. You embarrassed us to our own family. You couldn't handle a few kids for 1 week." I felt something in me snap. "Your daughter was in the ER. I called you multiple times. You told me I was ruining your trip." They opened their mouths to respond, but I wasn't done. "You're not bad friends. You're bad mothers. And those kids deserve so much better than this." No one said a word.